All right. Welcome back to another interview with Mack Media via Straight Official Radio. And today we have special guest Lou Bennett. I just want to say, I don't know if we really cousins, but my maiden name is Bennett, so we might be cousins. I don't know. I'm just saying.
That's what's up. That's a good name to have.
Definitely, right? How you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm blessed. How you doing?
I'm good, as always, positive energy, positive vibes, ready to go,
Sure.
Cool. Cool. So how has the first quarter been going for you?
First quarter's been going well. I can't complain. I am about to release, it just dropped on the 11th. Then I have another one upcoming. We're trying to stay consistent, drop something every month this year, actually. This is the first time I've done that. And so, just trying to, manipulate the algorithm and, get some things working in my favor. Got some playlisting websites I found that are organic and, you actually interact with your curators, one-on-one, receive feedback, things of that nature. So just really, putting myself out there this year and, expanding my horizons. So it's going well so far, though. Most definitely.
Good. That's always good to hear. Okay. Well, tell us a little bit about you, who you are, how you got started in the music industry, all that good stuff.
Word. So I did music in high school. That's when I started junior year of high school. Okay. And I had the opportunity to open for Waka Flocka, Travis Porter at Kentucky State's homecoming, the HBCU in Frankfurt. So yeah, that was really how I kind of, got my first little, break or whatever, in terms of just, local notoriety. And so, that was a blessing. I had a great time with that. And I did, a different type of music then. I did secular music then, right? And so, upon graduating high school, I decided I'm just going to focus on college, get my degree, continue to develop as a person and, so forth. So I experienced some trauma my last semester at college, my graduate semester. And so that's what kind of put me back in the space to want to do music, but with a more spiritual approach this time, faith-based music, because I just recognized how important that was and how, I've always had faith, but, we all have to get back right at times. And so I just wanted to be a vessel and encourage people to, always focus on what's really important out here, so.
Okay. That's dope. Okay. I love how you said faith-based music. Now, where does that fall in comparison to classical gospel or modern gospel? You know how they have different genres of spiritual music. How does that fall into place?
So faith-based, you probably heard it referred to as Christian hip hop, inspirational hip hop. Pretty much, I would say that strictly gospel music is going to be more so your traditional, church organ, some of the sounds that come into play. And then it's going to be explicit and, you might hear, Jesus 20 times in the song, and so it's not that, you'll never hear Jesus in my music. You definitely will, but right. It's going to be, you ever heard a preacher preach a sermon where there was real life application? You felt like they was just talking to you, not like they was preaching at you. You was just sitting right next to them, even though there's, however many people in the pews, and you felt like it was a genuine connection with you and that minister. And so that's pretty much why I would classify as faith-based music, because although it is inspired by and based on the gospel, it's real life application. I'm just talking to you, I'm accessible, so.
I love it. Oh, that's great. Does anybody else make faith-based music, or is that you started this? Did you create this term?
No, there's some other people that do it. I don't know if you heard have you heard of Toby and Wigway?
Yes, of course.
Okay, yeah, he does the same thing. D Smoke.
Okay.
I would say Chance kind of teeters back and forth. Chance the Rapper. Yeah, he kind of and then of course, like Lecrae, people like that.
Right.
So,
Okay.
I'm not the first, but I'm following in some wonderfully paid footsteps. So
Definitely. And I just love how it's evolved to be something like this, because 20, 30 years ago, I wish you would, like,
right.
it's not okay. Other than like Kirk Franklin, he kind of kicked it off for us or whatever. But yeah.
Yeah, he rap a little bit sometimes, Kirk. Yeah. He do.
I love it. I love it. Who would you say is your favorite artist at the moment?
That's hard. Just one? Man. Honestly, if I had to pick just one, I would say D Smoke.
Okay.
Because like I said, D Smoke, he is, so for one, the man is versatile. He's a faith-based artist, but at the same time, he comes from a rough neighborhood in the Bay out in Cali. So, he does his music with the dialect that his people are going to understand, and I respect that. But he still is unashamed about his faith. The man is bilingual. He be rapping in Spanish.
Right.
He plays the piano. He a beast on them keys. So he's just so versatile. Like he has really redefined what it means to be a hip hop artist. Like you got to really be in your bag and tap into every, gift that God has given you to even be competitive nowadays,
Right, right. Yeah. It was cool to see him, like win the whole rap game competition out of all of the secular artists. You know what I mean? For him to come in and take the trophy, that's big. That's big. Yeah. And he definitely showed out. So I like him. I'm gonna have to look more into him, definitely.
For sure. Cool. Check him out.
That's cool. If you had, let's do this. If you had on the other end of the spectrum to choose two artists to do a tour with, who would you choose?
D Smoke definitely probably be one of them.
Okay.
The other one, it'd probably be either Lecrae or Chance the rapper.
I love Chance the rapper. I can't even lie. I love
him too. Yeah, he's so unique, and he's a philanthropist. And I like everything about him too. So yeah, probably one of those. Yeah.
Okay.
I think that would be a lit tour. Yeah.
I would come and see that for sure. Yeah, I would be in the building. I know for a fact. Okay. Now you live in Houston now, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And you moved from Louisville. How is the music scene different between Louisville and Houston as a faith-based artist, just in general, like how is it different? How's it the same?
So I would say in Houston, the camaraderie is really strong. I would say that everybody wants to see everybody win, and I think that's partially due to, just per capita. You have Houston is one of the top places for Black business in America. Mm-hmm. And so I think just, that energy and that vibe all together kind of bleeds into the music industry. And so I just think, that you don't really have much jealousy or competition down here. Everybody's just trying to do the best they could do. And not that doesn't happen in Louisville at all. I just think the main difference is, for artists like me, there aren't really many pockets in Louisville. And so some of that, though, let's keep in mind, Houston houses 4.5 million people.
And that's true.
So there's opportunity, you got alternative artists down here, right. Faith-based, secular, singers, poets, you got the whole nine down here. So,
right.
And so because, it's not just, 20, 50 poets in the whole city down here, like there might be in Louisville, or, 10 artists that do this style of music in the whole city, because you don't really have any of that down here. It's so diverse. There's not really any clicks. And naturally, I think when you only have a few artists that do a certain style of music, they click because the majority is kind of like, well, we all doing this, it's working for us. So why are you trying to do something different? You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's all love, so I got love for Louisville. I got love for Houston. I'm just just answering your question.
Yeah. No, I completely
Right.
everybody knows I'm from Louisville too. I always say that I'm from Louisville. I live in Florida now. But Louisville, not that it doesn't work for me. I always say I love Louisville because it is such an arts town. Mm-hmm. But like you said, if you don't fit in, then it's a little more difficult to mesh with people. So being in Florida now, it's just like you talk to anybody, everywhere, anything, and people do everything. And so it's different. So I feel you on that. And I love it. And I hope that Louisville gets to that place one day. I'll go back every so often to visit. Like, it's different. It's still the same. But
they call it the Sunshine State, Florida. So that
yeah. It's a little cold right now, but the sun's out, so we can't complain.
Right.
All right, okay. Tell me about the song that you just dropped on the 11th, Storm Chasers. Tell me about how you came up with the idea. I mean, I know a little bit about how you came up with the idea for the song, but just explain it so everybody else knows, how this came about.
Oh, you mean Green Pastures? I know you said.
No, I mean Storm Chasers.
Oh, you want me to tell you about Storm Chasers? Okay.
Yes. How did you come up with it?
So Storm Chasers is basically an encouragement to recognize that you don't have to fear things that are going to happen in life, because that's inevitable. You can't avoid obstacles. You can't avoid trials. That's going to happen to everybody. But as we all have heard, this storm shall pass. And so I just wanted to create something, dope that could be a reminder that, this storm shall pass. And so, I'm transparent about some storms I've encountered in that song. And, I connected with Cadence, and I think that she was perfect for that song because it's kind of like a, neo soul, kind of vibe to it. And so, she definitely came in and, laid the hook and the bridge. And I think it was beautiful. And then, how we come in, she comes in at the end with the bridge after that second verse, or, I kind of escalate, and then she kind of comes in and smooths it back out, and then comes with the doubles at the end. And so I think overall, it really just encouraged you to keep pushing and recognize that, God's got you, but you got to believe in yourself, believe in him. And you have to always, recognize that even if it seems like you're in a season where a lot of things are going wrong, that, better days are ahead. So,
yeah. Okay. Well, let's listen to this song first. We're definitely going to get into Green Pastures because I love it. But before we get into that, go ahead and introduce Storm Chasers for us. And we'll tell you I'll tell you what I think about it.
For sure. All right, y'all. So this is one of my latest singles, Storm Chasers, featuring Miss Cadence. And this is something that I think you all will really enjoy. It is based on just chasing the storms, not being scared, like a literal storm chaser, out there chasing a thunderstorm. You think about them and what they do. That's how we got to attack life. Don't let life happen to you. You be intentional, take the fight to the life. So.
All right, cool. Let's get into it.
Run it up, 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 run it up. I'm chasing these storms. No, I ain't got no worries no more. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, running up, running up, running up, running up. I'm chasing these storms. I'm chasing these storms.
Come and go sporadically, like raw emotions When it rains, it pours, but we ain't sweating. The little thunder cleansing our pores. And when that lightning strikes, we ain't going in the element. So elegant, I learned how to swim and dove in that excellence. Immersed in scalding water, unsettled to my right sediments. Yet even when there's no benefit, Bennett on benevolence, and nobody can judge a G. They done got the evidence. I'm tired of y'all rooming with me. Parasites and elephants can't zoom. I'm multitask on this flood, and wishing mud was autonomous. I know my worth like I whip a Bentley. I'm not too bonded. While I work through hurricanes for 0.50% of they profits, yeah. Sharks in muddy waters, they eat you up like some crawfish, yeah. Fighting a good fight till in the clay box, and that like cash. So when I start crazy from quarantine, mix it up with a trip to the masses. Make sure I'm covered, umbrellas for the drill, not abrasions. The power might go out, crib full of candles, we chasing, yeah.
I'm chasing these storms. No, I ain't got no worries no more. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, running up, running up, running up, running up. I'm chasing these storms. I'm chasing these storms.
Territory, little family, so we evacuate. And what you saying to me? Ain't got no PTO, can't you make an exception? Already stressed by my dean and the selection. We had the eyes and minds for my apple's affection, but I came here off elite, not series direction. I can't fear cause it's deep, that's just all in perception. Swear, got so much peace set on metal detection. Vampire in my blood, precious daylight be wasting when this dries in reverse. Cause my mind will start racing, drawing out scenarios that's already erasing. That's the beauty of this canvas, it'll never be perfect. Even if the picture ugly, you can still put a smile on. That parts of daily choice, making one you can count on. The storm at the storm at the storm, come down on. Them rainy days add up, nothing to frown on. The storm at the storm at the storm, come down on. It's raining on the G, rain boots on my crown on. They sleeping through the drops with their PJs and gown on. I'm finna catch a vibe, find some pizza throw down on. We fortunate and misses, but still pray for the shorty. And that storm had his Bennett fan, hit a contortion. Lord, wanna arc the blast, when will I ever end? But I don't know, but let's go chase somebody with a weather be
like I'm a need. Before I call, he know I need him. Isaiah verse 24, yeah, he's a keeper. Ain't got no fear in my heart when I see Katrina. Sometimes life can get hard when you're a dreamer. Dreamer. I ain't got no worries no more. I'm a believer. I'm chasing these storms. No, I ain't got no worries no more. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, running up, running up, running up, running up. I'm chasing these storms. I'm chasing these storms.
Oh, that made me so emotional on the inside. I can't cry on the outside, y'all. But on the inside, I felt that. Like, I felt the intensity of you rapping. I felt the intensity of her singing, just as smooth and mellow as it was. I felt all of that intensity. That was amazing. That was amazing. What do you think about, when you hear, I know I'm going to ask you about the other songs too, but when you hear this song, how does it make you feel?
I just feel really inspired, like, I think transparency is inspired, and so, that second verse, like I'm talking about when we first moved to Texas and there was a hurricane, right? And I didn't have any PTO left. And so, everybody else and their mama down here, keep in mind, we new to Texas, right? So we don't know how they get down here, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So everybody and their mamas evacuate. We seeing all this, it's going to be hurricane. It's going to be category 5, just like Harvey. They're like, y'all might want to evacuate. So, I told, the manager, I'm like, hey, like we probably going to shake. And he was like, well, you don't have any PTO, so you won't get paid. I'm like, well, that's fine. Cause I'm like, I mean, if if we die or we get
Right.
severely injured, then I mean that's a lot worse than just missing a couple of days of pay. And
Right.
so then they were trying to be like, well, we're staying open until, you know, this day right before the storm hits. So we need you to stay and work. And I'm like, well, I'm sorry, I can't do that. And so we just had to take a leap of faith that I'd have a job when we got back. And then if I didn't, then we would just have to figure something out because, you know, I mean, we got a dog and a cat, you know, it's my wife and I. And so we just had to do what was best for us. And so, you know, that's just part of the energy that I want, you know, my listeners to gather. That, you know, you don't got to be scared. You know, you do what you feel in your heart and in your spirit to do. And you let God be God. That's kind of how you got to maneuver through that, you know? So.
Yeah, let God be God. I love that. Yeah. That's what's up. Okay. Speaking of, how hard would you say on a scale of 1 to 10 that it is to be a Christian? I don't know if you identify as a Christian, you know, but just to walk by the gospel, how hard is that on a scale of 1 to 10 for you?
And just for the record, I do identify as a Christian, but
okay.
I don't identify under any certain denomination or nothing like that.
Right, got you.
Yeah, just follower of Christ. It is definitely you know, got its challenges, and so you have to continue to you know, allow the Spirit to pour into you. So you know, you got to read, you got to pray, you got to be around like-minded people. You know. Yeah. So sometimes that means that it's not that you have to just excommunicate a certain friend, but maybe it's that, you know, you can't kick it with them as much because they just ain't on the same things you on no more, you know? Yeah. I read a lot these days. And so, you know, friends of mine that all they do is, you know, party. You know, not that there's anything wrong with that. I ain't casting no stones, you know, do what you do. Like I said, where I'm at in life, you know, I'm in school. I'm in seminary school, you know, working. So, you know, I'm at a different place in life. And so, you know, I just recognize that in order for me to stay rooted and maintain that foundation and stay sharp and be able to pour into others, you know, you got to constantly have, you know, the living water pouring into you. So
that is true. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. Now, listen, I'm not in seminary school or nothing like that, but I can attest that it is hard, especially especially being me, you know, like I grew up in church every day, all day for years on years on years. And so when you start doing things that you don't normally do, it might be fun, but at some point in time, I feel like there's always a moment where it's just like, I know I'm not supposed to be doing this, you know, like I know that there's something better for me. Not even that it's terribly bad, just, you know, like I know there's a different direction I could be walking in. So I feel that for sure.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, being that you are in the music industry, as faithful as you are, what element of the industry would you say that could stunt your growth as an individual, just as a person, as a being?
So I would say comparison. You got to stay focused on what you got going on, no matter how it looks, because as soon as you start comparing, you know, your confidence is going to take a hit. You feel me? And to be an artist and to thrive and not just, you know, survive.
Right.
You have to believe in yourself first and foremost, you know. And so, you know, because if you don't believe in yourself, then that comes across in your music. And if you're not, it's not a matter of arrogance, but it's just confidence. Like you really got to believe what you're saying for other people to believe what you're saying. You know, when you see a commercial or a motivational speaker, if they don't have that swag and that charisma and that just that oomph to them, you ain't keep buying what they selling. You know,
exactly. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I would say comparison. That will kill your joy. You want to enjoy what you're doing. You won't have confidence. And so, you know, at that point, that's when you contemplate like, man, I don't even want to do this no more. You know, so. And I've been there. So I'm speaking from experience. I've been there. I had to learn that the hard way. So.
I've been there too a whole lot of times. Like I'm good on this. You know, I even wanted to be an artist when I was in high school, but I was just like, I get so caught up on comparisons. You know, like I want to be the best artist, and she's really good, and she's really good, and I don't want to feel like I'm in competition, so I'm just not gonna do it. So I definitely feel you on that. It's real. And it happens in every field. It's real. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Everybody's gift is different though. That's what we got recognized. Yeah. Nobody's the same. So
yeah. Okay. Well, tell us about Green Pastures. Tell us the inspiration for this and what it's about.
For sure. So Green Pastures is about watering your own grass, you know, and not looking at what somebody. So what we just talking about, comparison, you know, it's the thief of joy. And so, you know, that is in, where's that? That's in Corinthians, you know, where it talks about that, the comparisons of thief of joy. And so that's what this is based on, just recognizing that, you know, whether it's your relationship or marriage, or whether it's, you know, just your career, your vocation, whether it is, you know, whatever it may be, you know, you can't be so focused on what somebody else is doing that you don't worry about what you got going on, you know. Right. So it's not that you can't admire what other people got going on, you know, and it's not that you can't collaborate with other people, you know, if it's like business, of course, you know, you can't be collaborating, you know, marriages and stuff like that. No. But you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so that's what Green Pastures is about, you know. And you know, the Bible says, you know, he leads me by green pastures. You know, it talks about how you know, God will always guide us in the right direction, you know, for his name's sake. So yeah, that's what this is about. Miss Tina Fondren, she's the singer on this one. She's real dope. Another neo soul singer, and she is incredible. She is from Lexington, which is that's where I'm originally from as well. And so her and I linked up at a Juneteenth event a couple years ago, and yeah, we've been rocking ever since. We got a couple songs together. So
I loved it. Hold on, let me not say nothing yet. Go ahead and introduce your track, and we'll get right into it.
All right, y'all. So Green Pastures, basically, you know what I just told y'all. It is about not comparing, worrying about what you got going on in your grass, because they lawn is irrelevant. And so I like to frame this as if, you know, J. Cole hopped on the track with Jill Scott, because, you know, I came with that sauce and she came with that flavor. So, you know, we about to get into it. So I hope y'all enjoy it and y'all really resonate with the message, and you work on whatever you got going on, and don't worry about nobody else. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Green pastures. Sound lovely, don't it? It ain't all it's cracked up to be. Looks like deceive you, little Bennett. So lead action. Talk to him,
You wanna be with me. You don't really know who I am behind this screen. You don't really know all the demons I'm carrying. No. Is it really worth the soul tie? I guess we'll wait and see. Questioning. Is this really good enough for me? Questioning. Got you questioning. Even with all of the love in your reality, got you questioning. Is it really fool's gold or the real thing? Questioning.
Think I found the answer though.
Really green
hey, sticking with my rider who can send me through the glass tints, rolling with me through the rewrites, absorbing the crash dents, and the injuries improving. She really the past tense. Plus she smelling like an angel, really must be heaven sent. But I don't wanna open early. That ain't what the present meant. Just to get the consummation was spoiling, not celibate. More than just an arm and hammer, just screw for the hell of it. Yeah, they lawn irrelevant, cause grass is green, that's where it grows. Grass ain't always greener. No.
I've seen it grow.
That KY finesse. Speakers cut low. And we your stress. You'll find the grass is greenest where it grows. Feel like one pro bono away from me being a hobo. Respectfully, could be any of wasn't like you hate the G. Bet I pay my dues for my dudes who invest in me. Cahoots with Mother Nature, precipitation be blessing me. Need those sunny days where it's sprinkling unexpectedly. The ecosystem receive it like it's a wedding registry. Holy moly, matrimony wrapped in everything. Right under the tree, don't take the blood and arteries in vain. Start the cycle, watch and bleach your brain. Remove every stain. Thought the plane was dead, but this love fossil still remain. Young bulls with cougars and dinosaurs, that's the latest thing. Or they rocking cradles that send them, but genes must regain. Can be so anxious to score that I'm trigger happy. Used to give them buckets, but the goal is for my wife that had me country thick thighs, legs and breasts like KFC would bag me. I was hunting for them snacks, appetite on scooping shaggy. I done saw the mystery, fortitude in the forest. Instead of running from the problem, handing flowers out like florists. Gotta pay attention to where all my richness is the poorest. I can't lie, some days are hard, but it's my yard, I'm not no tourist. Pulling all the baggage out that I hoarded in the storage. Why when brothers eating good, we still wanna taste the porridge. Why when others know they could lead a toxic waste and shortage, they throw away their mortgage. But grass is green, that's where it grows. Grass ain't always greener. No, no, no. I seen it grow. That KY finesse. Skin goes colorful. And weedy your stress. You'll find the grass is greenest where it grows. Nobody has a garden quite like me. I create my own reality. Envy, jealousy, greed, but you're missing the point. Comparison is the thief of joy. See you lurking. You wanna be with me. You don't really know who I am behind this screen. You don't really know all the demons I'm carrying. Is it really worth the soul tie? I guess we'll wait and see. Questioning. Is this really good enough for me? Questioning. Is it really worth it? Even with all of the love in your reality, got you questioning. Is it really fool's gold or the real thing? Questioning. Is the grass really green now?
Hey man, hold on, Mocha. Before you even say anything,
go ahead, do your thing.
before you even say anything, that second verse was hard, fam. I can't even lie, Lou, man. It's Vegas. I'm from Toronto. I'm feeling it. That second verse, crazy, but I'm out.
Appreciate you, my brother. Love. Appreciate you. I think it froze up.
Yeah, it froze up. But anyways, I'll just continue the meeting. I mean, I'm looking all crazy, but Lou, that song Green Pastures, really dope record. Who made the beat? How did you and the singer connect? Let me know a bit about that process.
For sure. So who made the beat was actually I was managed by Sound About Right Productions last year. And so I connected with them. I did a showcase with them, and they ended up offering me a management contract afterwards. And so the production, the gentleman over production, his name is Willie, and he produced that beat. And so yeah, me and him got a good working relationship. Yeah, he good people. And so yeah, he that just it was like a match made in heaven, man. You know, because it's like smooth and like buttery, and you know, to me that beat has like texture to it, like you know what I'm saying. So, yeah, really fell in love with that beat, and the singer, like I said, she's from Lexington, where I'm from. What was it, 2019 at the Juneteenth Festival in Lexington? One of many that they host there. Both of us performed there, and we just linked up afterwards. And me and her, we have another song called "Live in Peace," and yeah, I mean, I'm sure this won't be the last time we collab, but her name is Miss Tina Fondren. And yeah, so definitely like, you know, how we sound together, feed off each other on the track.
No, that's awesome. Amazing work. Mocha, you back?
Yes, I'm back. All right, cool. Yeah, like I was saying, I love it too. Like, just loved it from the beat. I love that. In the way, I don't know, maybe it's the subject matter. It's so real. Like the green is the grass is green where it grows. You know, your grass is green, my grass is green. Don't compare your grasses. I loved it. It was amazing. It was amazing.
Your grass.
Yeah, I think what it is that I don't know. It brought out a different part of you for me in Green Pastures. I don't know, but it was inspiring. I like it. I'm gonna have to listen to it a couple more times today. So yeah,
that's the privilege you get. Yeah, it ain't even out yet. So
yeah,
I'm sharing it with nobody.
Right. Tell us again when it comes out.
Oh no, I'm tripping. Well, I know this is the 14th. It's Valentine's Day, so actually it is out. So I'm tripping, y'all. So, bump that with your boo, you feel me? And y'all worry about building your own grass and watering it and, weed eating and taking care of your edges and all that. You know what I'm saying? The whole nine, y'all get it in. It is V-Day. So y'all do your thing, bump that Green Pastures, show me some love, share it for your boy. You know what I'm saying? We're going to shoot a video of that joint too. So don't worry, things is on the way. Things is on the way.
I can't wait. That's what's up. All right, leave us with this, or leave us with two things. One, tell me what your favorite Bible verse is.
My favorite Bible verse is actually what my company is based on. Real Bag Ministries is respect, energy, armed in love, battle against gluttony. If you want to know more about that, I'm not going to go into detail on that right now, but it's on my website, realbagministries.com. You can access that via the link in my bio, all that good jazz. But Mark 8:36 is my favorite Bible verse. For what is it profit a man to gain the whole world and forfeit his soul? It's just a constant reminder to me that no matter how much money I am, blessed to come into, no matter what the size of the house is I'm blessed to come into, no matter what the magnitude of the people I'm able to, brush shoulders with. Like none of that matters if my soul ain't right. And so, I just always I've always stood for that, like even, when I wasn't always living according to how I felt like I should, I still have faith. And we know that none of us are perfect. We all are just, receptive to the gift, the grace and salvation. And so, that's just a reminder that having faith is, that's the core, and so, Mark 8:36. Yeah, that's me.
All right, cool. Real quick, let everybody know where they can get connected with you, because I'm sure they want to. I'm glad I get to. So where can we connect with you?
Yeah, so y'all can connect with me on social media, on Instagram at Lou Bennett Speaks, LUBENNETT Speaks. That's also my handle for Twitter. It's my handle for my Facebook artist page. On YouTube, you can just look me up, just Lou Bennett. I'm on SoundCloud, Lou Bennett. Let's see, what else? Of course, my website is realbagministries.com. And just get at me, I appreciate, everything today, Mocha. And it's pretty rough.
So like I said, I really do appreciate you doing this. It just gave me a better understanding of you as an artist, and just insight into living the life. You know what I mean? Like we talk about it a lot, but to make it real is a whole different ball game. So I definitely appreciate that from you for sure. That's all I got though. That's all I got. Shout out to you. Shout out to the wife. Shout out to everybody